All right. Hey everyone, welcome to the SIG Docs new contributor meet and greet call. Today is January 7th, and yeah, this call happens on the first Tuesday of every month, and this is the call for the month of January 2025. Before we start the call, I would like to remind you all that we are a part of the Kubernetes community and we abide by the CNCF Code of Conduct, which basically boils down to be excellent with everybody else, both in the meetings and through Slack. Yeah, so with that out of the way, we can get to the meeting. So usually these calls are like very light on attendance, and what we do is first we go around like introducing ourselves, and then like if you're someone who's trying to make your first uh, contribution to the Kubernetes documentation, if you have any questions related to that, we can like, talk about them, or I can give you a quick idea of how SIG docs works. So yeah, I can go first. My name is Sriram. I'm from India, and yeah, I work at DigitalOcean right now, and I've been part of the Kubernetes community for some time. Yeah, I'm the SIGDocs new contributor ambassador. So if you have any questions, uh, like we are there to help you make your first contribution. Yeah, Abdul, you can go it now.
Thanks a lot. Okay, so I will present myself.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Abdel Koudous Lajouji. I'm from France. I'm a system architect with over a decade of experience, and I've contributed a little bit to Kubernetes documentation. I've sent some PRs, I've sent also a blog, some issues regarding some spelling issues or some dead links. Yeah, that's it.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, welcome to the community.
Thank
Glad
you.
you're here. And looks like you've already made some contributions.
Yeah,
So yeah, like some of the things that I might share in this call would be redundant. Like you would probably already be familiar with them. Uh, I also see another person. I can only see their name as F in the call. I wanted to give them a chance to like speak up if they're able to hear us now. Can you hear us? Okay, it seems that is not the case. I can see that they're not muted, but I can't hear any audio. Please feel free to like post something in the chat if you're speaking and if we can't hear you. So usually the case is there are a bunch of AI note taker accounts which join these calls and I have to kick them at the start of the call. So I was not sure if, yeah. All right. So Abdul, if you have anything specific that you would like to talk about, we can probably talk about that. Else I can also like, share some of the general stuff that I have that I usually talk about in these calls.
yeah, but a little presentation about the SIG. Of course, sure that I've contributed a little bit, but I'm relatively new to the community, so maybe a brief introduction, an overview of the SIG and how the SIG is working will be good. And for information, I've been admitted as a shadow for the PR Wranglers. Um,
Awesome.
so yeah, that's just okay. I will let you.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, awesome. I'll try to share my screen now. I'm not sure if Zoom lets me share my
Yeah,
screen.
yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
are you able to see my screen? Okay, cool. All right, so give a quick intro. Like you probably already be familiar with this, but I'll just talk about it for the sake of posterity. All the code that goes the Kubernetes.io website, like all the code that is there for this website itself, as well as all the documentation, like all the documentation that we have. All of this resides in the Kubernetes slash website repository. And yeah, this is where you would like create issues and open pull requests if you have any changes that you'd like to make with the documentation or anything to do with this Kubernetes.io website itself. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, if you're someone who is like new to Kubernetes and would like to contribute, like this is the place where we would find work. This is the place where you can find issues to work on. And yeah, a bunch of
Yeah.
things I usually talk about. One of them is the triage accepted label. So this means that the issue has been triaged by one of our like reviewers, and they've
Mm.
approved the issue as something that needs to be done. You can also see issues like newer issues. I
Yeah.
think is this
That's my issue.
your
Yeah.
user? Yeah, awesome.
That's my.
Yeah, I had a feeling when I saw the username. It might be you.
That was me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it
Uh,
okay? A quick question: is it okay, for
yeah.
example, that I include some tags like area localization? I've tried to be more specific in my issue since
Mhm.
it's related to pages in other languages other English. So is it okay to tag the issues with those kind of things or not?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I've also seen people tag the language itself. So if you're like if the issue is specific to a particular language, then you can like tag the language. As you can see, I think this is for Japanese and this is for Korean.
Okay.
Uh, I've seen a couple of these for like yeah, HI stands for Hindi and so on.
Mm,
So you can feel free to add any labels that you find are relevant. And yeah, so right now the issue says needs triage, but once I can probably show you a different issue.
mhm.
Once yeah, once someone from the community, like one of the SIG docs reviewers, once they add the triage accepted label, like basically they'll go through the issue and they'll make sure that this issue is something that is like relevant and something that we need. So
Okay.
they'll accept the issue and you can work on it or someone else can pick it up. As you can see, it's happening here.
Mm,
And yeah, also folks from the community would also add labels which they think are
okay.
relevant. So if you added any labels, then that is all right. And yeah, if at all there is anything that needs to be changed, the folks would make that change. Like
Okay.
reviewers would. Yeah.
Okay. A quick question. Sorry to interrupt you.
No
So
worries, no worries.
thank you. So for the contributor, for example, Steve is a contributor. That means he is a member or a viewer, or he, um, he will have the permissions to assign to himself the issue directly, or it will have to be done by someone with more privileges or permissions.
Uh, I am not exactly sure of that. I believe if we use the slash assign command, you can get issues assigned to yourself. I don't think, yeah, I
Okay.
don't think you need to be part of the organization or you need
Okay.
any specific permission for that. You should be able to assign it to yourself, even if you're not,
Okay.
like, if you, even if you don't have the permission to do some
Mm,
other things, like, I believe, like for specific, I don't have anything off the top of my mind, but there are some specific tasks for which you need to be which you for which you need to have specific permission to be able to like do those things.
mm.
But I think you can assign the issue to yourself. That should be a problem. Uh, right. So that is with the issues and pull requests. You told me that you are already part of the PR Wrangler program. Uh,
Yeah. Yeah. That's me.
Yeah, yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So you can read more about the PR Wrangler program here, and since you're already signed up with Ray, I believe that you're already familiar with it. Like
Wait.
this is something that I usually like talk about in these calls. Like, people are usually not aware of the PR
Okay.
Wrangler program. Yeah,
I,
sorry, you're
I
saying
hope
something.
that's a nice first step for me to begin
Yeah,
in
yeah,
contribution.
definitely. Yeah.
Okay.
So I also started out in a similar way. I had like been a PR Wrangler shadow with Nate. You can see him here. This was some time back. Also, there is another named role called issue wrangler. So issue wranglers are folks who triage issues every week. This unfortunately, like this does not have a shadow program as of now. But if you have anything to do with issues, you can probably talk to the issue wrangler of that particular week. So for
Okay.
this week, you can like since you've created an issue and if you had anything, like if you had any questions related to any issue that either you have created or any other issue that you come across in the repo, you can
Mm,
probably talk to Natalie. Natalie is the issue wrangler for this week, so she should be able to help you with that.
right.
And yeah,
Mm,
this also links to, so there is a link here about PR wranglers, which takes you to the Kubernetes the developer documentation, so you can like go through these too if you have anything, if you're interested.
mm,
And yeah, one more thing that I usually share in these meetings, there is a Kubernetes contributor website called kubernetes.dev. So this is specifically for the Kubernetes contributor community, and it has a lot of documentation around like things that folks who contribute to Kubernetes might need to know, like how do you clone a repo, how do you set up the website locally, and things like that. And this also has a bunch of different resources. The one thing that I share with a lot of people is the community calendar. So if you go here, you can see all the meetings that are happening as part of the Kubernetes community. So there are two ways with which you can do it. You can either join the mailing list. If you join the mailing list for SIG you'll automatically get invited to all the
mhm.
meetings that are part of SIG. You can also take a look at the community calendar to know like which all different communities are having their calls every day. And yeah, one more thing that I want to share is we have this this Sick Docs new contributor meet and greet call happens on the first Tuesday of every month, but on the third Tuesday of every month we have a general. Let me try to find that in the calendar here. Not sure if that is the one. Uh, yeah, we have a monthly Kubernetes new contributor orientation call. I can't seem to open the what do you call it, the invite on the call here, but you should be able to find it in the calendar.
Okay.
Yeah, there is a new contributor orientation call that happens on the third Tuesday of every month. Okay, this seems to be something wrong with my calendar. You should be able to find it here. Uh, so this new contributor orientation call is like generic and it encompasses the entire Kubernetes community. So you would get to learn about things like what are different SIGs, what they do, and how the entire community is structured, and how you can get started with contributing to Kubernetes in a general sense, and not just uh, with respect to documentation. So usually in these calls, people come and they would have questions like that are outside the scope of SIG docs. So this is something else that I point these people to. Like, there is a like a wider new contributor orientation call that happens every month, and you should be able to find the recordings for these calls in the Kubernetes YouTube channel as well. So all the calls, including this one, would be recorded and uploaded to YouTube.
Okay. That's nice. Yeah. Thanks.
Yeah,
I will definitely
yeah, that
attend to.
yeah, yeah, that is like pretty much everything that I had. With respect to the things that I share in these calls. But if you have any other questions, we can talk about them as well.
Thanks a lot. That was clear for me.
Mhm.
That's perfect.
Awesome. I don't think anyone else is probably joining us at this time, so it's just us. So yeah, if you have anything else, you can talk about that, or you can like end
Yeah,
the
for
call early.
example, yeah, of course.
Okay. Yeah,
If
sure.
you don't mind, if you're not in a rush or
Yeah,
something,
definitely. Yeah.
of
Yeah.
course. So, a part of this PR Wrangler Shadow program, is there
Mhm.
any other aspects that will help me to become an effective contributor or an effective member of the community of the SIG docs community, for example. If you have
Mhm.
any any advices to give me, or feel
Yeah.
free to-
Yeah. So like like contact like talk with your wrangler and like talk with them, like probably you can ask them for a call or something and then try to understand like what it is that they are looking uh, from you as a wrangler shadow, like what uh, they would consider as a successful uh, like what they would want a shadow to do over the period of 1 week, because usually 1 week is not like things usually move kind of slow in open source communities, and even if you like tag a particular person in a PR, they might take more than a week to get back to you.
Yeah,
Sometimes
yeah.
that kind of stuff usually happens. So you can talk with your PR wrangler to understand what they are like expecting out of you. And something else that I would also suggest is that you don't necessarily have to be a PR wrangler to be able to uh, for you to have for you to go and ask these people. You can, like, if you find like if you're like in general you're looking at the PRs, and if you find something is missing a tag, or if you find that something is like basically if you have any review comments that you'd like to share, or like since you have the experience, like you might probably be able to like review the actual documentation changes themselves. So if you have anything like that, you don't like necessarily need to be a PR wrangler or a PR wrangler shadow to be able to post your comments.
Mm,
So you
hmm.
can definitely do that. And like
Yeah.
I'll share my screen again quickly.
Okay. That's what I've already done a little bit with Tim. I've
Mhm.
put to PR, for example. I've reviewed PR, even though I'm not.
Mhm.
Yeah, but that's. But um, what's the difference between if I'm a member of the community or just a new contributor? If I give a review, it's since I'm relatively new. Um, Maybe I will get things wrong or something. So maybe I will need to explain that I'm new and that for me it's look good. But you know what I mean? You know what I mean? That's
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, I wouldn't say that there is any difference in like any difference with you being new to the community, because definitely you are not new to the like the whole uh, like cloud native space or like DevOps space. I guess.
yeah. No,
And yeah.
yeah. I'm a sensitive astronaut, so I've learned the documentation of Kubernetes.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Then, yeah, in that case, like even if you feel like you're new to the open source side of things itself,
Yeah.
uh, I wouldn't say that you would be new to like the documentation itself. So you can definitely post your findings, or post review comments. People would appreciate like your input,
Mm,
even if like one of the examples that I want to share is like when the PR or the issue is about a very specific topic, we usually have to get someone who has been working on that topic to be able to review or like approve that PR. And
mm,
yeah, something else that I want to show. Uh, yeah, people like Deepesh. Deepesh has been doing this for like a long time, even before he was officially an approver, like a reviewer. I think he is a SIG docs approver also right now. Yeah. So
okay.
I believe he was like he used to do this for a long time, and he was made a reviewer after some time, and then after again after some time he was made an approver. So now he is one of the SIG docs approvers. But he used to do this kind of work like even way before that. So that is definitely one way you can get into the community. So uh, yeah, I wouldn't say that there is anything stopping you since you're new to the community. That shouldn't really be an issue.
Mm, okay, thanks. So, one last question.
Mhm.
It's regarding the localization team. Since I've contributed with the translation of a page to French,
Mhm.
and it's been merged and all is good. But is there any specific teams for the specific language, or how it's working in this area?
Yeah, so we do have a SIG Docs localization channel.
Okay,
Uh, they have like bi-weekly meetings also, I believe. So this is uh, kind of like covering all the localization projects. And I believe Soko is the yeah, he is the lead for the localization sub project under which all the different localization teams would come.
okay. Mm.
And there should be, I'm not sure if there is a channel for like localization of a particular language. Let me see. Yeah, I don't think there are like specific channels for different languages, but all the discussion about localization would probably happen inside this SIG Docs localization channel.
Mhm.
So this would have things like if you want to start a new language, or if you
Mm.
have any questions related to any particular language, you can
Okay,
see Kohei here has posted a PR related to the Japanese
Japanese.
language. Yeah, so this would be the place, I guess, to talk about localization related stuff.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot, Sriram. Okay, that's your name, Sriram.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Okay, thanks a lot, and then nice to meet you. It was very it was a lot of pleasure, from, and I feel welcome to the community.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah, feel free to like ping me if you have any questions. You can find me
Of
on
course,
Slack. Also,
we'll
I
do it.
see Oliver Femi. I see you've joined the call. Sorry, we were in the like, we had already started after like first couple of minutes. Also, I've seen you join the call before, so welcome back. Yeah, please let us know if you have any questions.
Yeah, how you doing, guys?
Sorry.
Yeah, yeah, I joined late. Yeah, hello
Yeah, no,
everyone.
no, no worries. Yeah, no worries. Just me and Abdul. So, uh, yeah, we were just talking. Uh, I feel like if you want to introduce yourself, you can do that. We did a round of introductions uh, uh, earlier in the call. So, okay. Like if you want to introduce yourself, you can go ahead. Although we are at the reaching the end of the call, since we are
Yeah,
just
my
two
name
of
is
us.
Oluwafemi. I'm based in the UK. I just finished school, so I've been contributing to the Kubernetes documentation since I think November. So yeah, that's all.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so if you have any questions related to any uh, contributions you're trying to make, or if you have any PRs or issues that you would like to get a review on, you can like share that in the call, or maybe if you want, you can like ping me also if you have any if you need any help with uh, making your contributions. Yeah. Otherwise, like everything that we discussed in this call, like you would already be pretty familiar with. All right. Yeah, if uh, folks you don't have any other questions, I guess we can uh, wind up the call. We have like two more minutes if you want to talk about anything else.
Oh, it was perfect. Thanks a lot, Sriram.
Awesome, awesome. And well, if you have anything, you can uh, talk about it, or else we can wind up the call. Okay.
I,
I think
I think we
he
can.
just stepped out. Yeah,
Yeah. So thanks a
yeah,
lot, and have a nice day, evening. Bye bye. Thank
yeah.
you.
Well, Bye. And I hope to see you around in the community more. Yeah.
Of course, yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. Thank you for joining. Bye. I'll stop the call now.